Even Floyd, like when you make yourself like we got issues over your anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone, trust me. Now it's like, if you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Wow.
Are Floyd's comments potentially in breach of contract? He could blow the whole fight up and never fight and also have taken a cash advance on the fight he may not ever have. He's broke. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance. Essentially going, cool, I need that money now. Who cares about the fight?
The IRS has officially placed a lien on Floyd Mayweather's assets over unpaid taxes totaling $7.3 million from 2018 and 2023. This is not a rumor. Business Insider reported it first. Ring magazine confirmed it. The IRS has filed directly against Mayweather in Las Vegas, freezing his Vegas property until the full balance is paid. And if it is not paid, those assets can be taken. This is the government stepping in. Officially, publicly, and there is no talking your way out of a tax lien.
Mayweather is being targeted by the IRS over unpaid taxes, with some of his properties and assets being held on lien until the full balance is paid off. And if not, said assets will be fully taken away. This report comes from Business Insider, but is also now being reported by Ring magazine, in which they reveal that the IRS has filed a lien versus Mayweather in Las Vegas, currently putting a hold on Mayweather's Vegas property due to unpaid taxes stemming from 2018 and 2023 that have now ballooned to $7.3 million.
What makes this worse is the timing. This is not happening in a quiet period for Floyd. It is landing right in the middle of already serious questions about his business dealings and his upcoming rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Every new development adds weight to a situation that is already under enormous pressure from multiple directions at once.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
Again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Pacquiao situation alone is a legal minefield. Floyd publicly called the rematch an exhibition, but reports say the contracts he signed specified a professional sanctioned fight. That contradiction could trigger serious legal consequences if those contracts are not honored. And then there is this detail: sources claim Floyd used that same fight contract as collateral for a loan, which means the fight money was already borrowed against before a single punch was thrown.
It's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like
I
crazy.
mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending under wraps.
On top of all that, multiple Mayweather gyms have reportedly shut down. The reason? Unpaid staff and unpaid rent. Employees allegedly walked out after going without wages. And in one of the most striking details of this entire story, Manny Pacquiao's team reportedly stepped in, acquired one of the closed locations, and rebranded it. The man Floyd is fighting over a contract dispute now owns one of his gym locations. That is not just financial pressure, that is public humiliation.
Is that what's his feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Spears still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
he has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right.
Now step back and look at the full picture. The IRS, business partners, investors, gym employees, the Netflix legal dispute, all of them are circling at the same time. For a man who built his entire public identity around wealth and financial control, this moment directly challenges everything that brand was built on. And the silence from Floyd and his legal team is making it worse, not better.
Mayweather says that he suffered enormous financial harm and is missing at least $340 million from a reported $1.2 billion that he actually earned in his professional fight career.
Oh my goodness. 340? Who I got to swing on?
I mean,
What that?
That's in addition. So he's reporting that they boosted, however they did it, 340, but he earned 1.2. So that's 1.5.
Damn.
There are too many moving parts here for this to stay quiet. Whether this gets resolved behind closed doors or explodes into a full public legal and financial battle, one thing is already clear. This is the most serious situation Floyd Mayweather has faced in his entire life outside the ring. And right now, the silence is the loudest thing in the room.
Boxed everybody. I boxed everybody. And it's so crazy. Like, I had a lot of great days. I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a big heavyweight, a known heavyweight, challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. A lot of times guys do good in the gym. They be happy. They feel like if you done good with Floyd Mayweather in the gym, I want a world title. Well, you got to really look at this now. Slow down. You go home to an apartment. I go home to a palace. There's a difference.
Now, Floyd,
when you say your name, when they say these fighters' names, they say thousands and millions. When you say Money Mayweather, you say billions.
And then Tim Bradley stepped into the conversation, and instead of panicking or piling on, he offered something nobody expected. A completely different reading of the situation. Bradley is not defending Floyd blindly, but he is breaking it down from a fighter's mindset. He suggested that those advance payments Floyd took, if structured correctly, could actually be leverage. His point was this: if Floyd secured serious money up front and locked it in properly, then shifting from a professional fight to an exhibition might not be chaos. It might be strategy, a deliberate move by someone who already knows exactly what he is doing.
That money to the IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, and this is the part that makes Floyd's position genuinely hard to argue against, at least from a pure business standpoint. He has been making $20, $25, even $100 million from exhibitions. No record at stake, no real physical risk, just a massive payday for a performance. So why would a man in that position agree to a real, sanctioned professional fight for a guaranteed $35 million when he can do an exhibition and make 3 times that? From a purely financial perspective, the logic is almost impossible to argue with. The problem is he already signed saying he would. IRS lien, closed gyms, a borrowed against fight contract, and Tim Bradley saying Floyd might be playing chess while everyone else plays checkers. Is this a financial collapse or the most calculated move in boxing history? Drop your take in the comments.